So today we're going to be doing sauteed venison heart, and how we're going to be doing that is we're going to need 2 green sweet peppers, half a sweet onion, about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter, and about a tablespoon of garlic, salt and pepper. And we're going to be using our electric skillet. If you've never seen a heart before, a venison heart or any other, they're pretty much all the same, just different sizes. And the first step in cooking this is to take this outer layer skin off and all this white fatty. So if it's white, we don't want it. We want it to look like a steak. So a roast is what it's going to look like, and then we're going to cut it into strips to make it steak size little fillets. So you'll see what that looks like. We're going to cut up our peppers and our onion first and put them in the bowls and get everything ready, and then we'll cut that up. I'll show you kind of step by step what it looks like after I cut this off, and then I'll cut it into slices, and then there's more white stuff inside, we'll cut that off as well. Okay, we've cut our vegetables up, and we've cut basically, you cut the top part off the heart, which will be this, and you peel the skin off. See that skin? It's basically just a membrane around the heart. It's going to be really nasty. And then you cut all of the thick white chunks off. Now this may seem pretty nasty, but this right here is the most delicious part of the animal, and you've been wasting it this whole time. So now we're going to cut it in about 1/2-inch slices. So this is what you're going to be left with, this right here. This middle part of the where the aorta is, you need to cut that out. So that stiff part, and it's going to look kind of like spider legs when you cut it out. You'll see what I mean in a second. So this right here, that sends blood all over the body. We need to cut that out because that's not going to taste very good. So you'll cut that out of all the insides of this. This is the inside of the heart. So then we should end up with, we'll call it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th one for me. So these are going to be our venison heart steaks, just in time for Valentine's Day. And what we'll do is we'll get the skillet started on a medium heat. We put about most of the butter in it, and you'll see what that looks like in a second. Alright, so we added the onions first, and I like them to get a little bit tan. And then what we're going to do is, now we're going to add our green peppers. It already smells good. We're going to cook this. Alright, our sweet peppers have the green color still. So right now we're going to add our garlic. So this actually would not be a good date food because we just added onions and garlic. So we're going to stir this, then we're going to add our salt and pepper, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to do our last little bit of butter and then our venison heart. Alright, so we added our last bit of butter in there, which is about a tablespoon of butter. What we're going to do is we're going to get that nice and stirred in there, and then I'll show you how we're going to do our venison steak. And when you do the steak, it's about 2 minutes per side. You really don't want to overdo it. That's when you're going to make it taste nasty, and then nobody's going to want to try it again. So to go with this meal today, Tiana is going to be preparing a, what kind of salad?
Spinach and honey bell.
A spinach and honey bell salad to pair with this. And we'll show you kind of all of this in a second. Alright, so this is how we're going to be preparing the room for the steak. Move everything to one side. All of these solids. I want all the juices still on this side. And what's going to happen is that butter is going to flow over here too. So we're going to take our deer steak, our venison heart, and lay it in there. There we go. And you'll see the sides when we're cooking on the inside and right here. You can already see the gray start to move up. So I need to turn this down a little bit. When the gray is about halfway up, and then we're going to flip it. It usually takes about 2 minutes per side. You want the gray to move up evenly. So let's see here. See on that side right here, the gray is moving up already. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes. We'll go ahead and flip them. You can see that is cooked perfectly. Now this little guy, there we go. So the juices are still coming out of your vegetables over there, and they're seeping over. You can even kind of tilt your skillet, or if you got a pan it'd be easier, but you see how I'm putting the juices into the venison heart. Now you can see here, it's gray halfway this way, so when it's gray halfway this way, it is perfect. So we'll just move it around a little bit. When we're done cooking this, we're going to let it rest for 5 minutes before serving. The next shot you see is this sucker on the platter. At this point, if you want, you can add salt and pepper, or you could do that as you're eating it. Here we have our venison heart, sauteed venison heart with the green peppers and onions and garlic. That looks and smells delicious. And we have it paired with our honey bell orange spinach salad here, which has mushrooms, a little bit of red onion, and honey bells, a little bit of olive oil, oranges, spinach, and then a little bit of dressing. So there's that. This is a venison heart that you guys have been throwing out all this time, and it is the best part of the deer. So do not throw these out, and happy Valentine's Day.